Okay, welcome back again to our conversation with the soul. Today we're still going to talk about self-love because from the first part we have found some ideas about self-love, which is can repeat one more time, which is tolerance, and then appreciation, and then
Self-love is respect, appreciation, and responsibility.
okay, that's why I'm
And
bringing my book now.
yeah, and
Okay.
to achieve that, we the way we observe it is tolerance, and the action is vulnerability.
Okay, vulnerability. So we need to talk about that things because I don't think I understood about vulnerability. So what is the ideas about vulnerability?
Okay, all this time, people talk about vulnerability a lot, especially regarding self-love. Vulnerability, if you go to like you check in dictionary, it's mean weakness.
Okay,
Yeah,
weakness.
and then when human stage that very vulnerable and weak and then very fragile. But at the same time, in self-love, we talk vulnerability in a different way,
Mhm.
as in that this is the ability to stay true to yourself.
Okay.
Mm. The ability to embrace who you are, what you think, your emotions, your feeling, without judging yourself, without judging others, without expectation of other people's reaction. So you being honest about who you are, what you feel, without worrying about the way people react to you, or are people going to understand you or not. And this is actually the sign of not weakness but firm. It's about
Mm.
gentleness and firm.
Yeah, because if we have expectation, we cannot go that way.
Yeah, and then also why we call it vulnerability, because this is about really allowing yourself to be who you are,
Mm-hmm.
allowing yourself to speak up your mind or speak up the truth in a way that people maybe attack you, or
Mm.
people maybe disagree with you, or maybe people will reject you. But if you really soft and gentle to yourself, you will be okay with that, and
Mm.
you will be allowing people to be who they are,
Mm.
and with their own capacity of understand that.
Okay, so it actually doesn't matter what people will react or anything as long as we can be true
Mm.
through ourselves, and
Mm.
then we are as open as we are. I mean, like just we just open because we
Yeah,
are just we are, and then the vulnerability is not making you feel weak, but it's actually confirming yourself that you are there,
yeah,
and then the
and you
other
are with
people
you.
or
Mm.
other anything that react based on the way we respond to others is actually not our like what do we call it, like not our not our responsibility to feel that,
Yeah.
to understand what they feel, but as long as we can be true, as then everything will went as the way it is.
It's true. It's not, but be careful, because this is can be really like tricky.
Yeah.
Like sometimes people, okay, it's up to you whatever you feel, but I will tell you who you are. So be careful. Like for example, I feel that you are not good, so I can tell you, oh, Cheto, you are just gaslighting or narcissistic.
Mm.
That's not right.
Yeah, because this is like
It's
some
judgment.
judgment.
Yeah. So, for example, we had a conversation, and then I felt like so insecure, or I felt like uncomfortable, or I felt like um, being abused and feeling uncomfortable. I will feel like, oh, Cheto, I like with this conversation, I don't feel really good,
Mm.
and then I don't think the way you say it is not make me comfortable. I don't feel comfortable from this situation. So I'm not like saying like, oh, you make me uncomfortable, but from this situation I feel very comfortable. From that words I feel very comfortable,
Mm.
uncomfortable. But it's
Uh,
not really you. I don't judge you as the one who make me uncomfortable, but your words,
mm.
your action, what you did, what you did before, it make me feel uncomfortable. But I don't say that, oh, I think you manipulated me.
I try to, but I always fail. So,
So I said like I don't say like, oh, I think you manipulated me. Oh, can you stop manipulating, please? That's not vulnerable. So
okay,
it's actually judging people.
okay.
It's judging people and try to. It's narcissistic actually.
Yeah. So also from the vulnerability, also there is like the loss of judgment, and then the mindful talking, and there is some also the things that I wanted to ask, which is like a negative talk. What do you think about negative talk actually? What kind of talk is actually negative, and then what makes it happen? Because actually I wanted to know like deeper ideas about negative talk, because sometimes we need to also to let people know what they are doing, whether it's going to get them somewhere better or somewhere that actually not going anywhere. So sometimes this negative, like in my mind, negative is like saying a bad things, but what kind of bad is actually bad? So, can you please help me to elaborate that?
What is bad and good?
That is the
Bad
question actually also.
bad and good is translate or perceived by depend on the in the person itself. Uh, it's really depend on the capacity of one person, like the person, or depend on the way they journey as well, how much they understand the wisdom, and depend on what they believe. So that's how people translated bad and good.
Okay.
Yeah, and or
Nice.
negative and positive. So sometimes by saying the truth, we some people who not ready to hear it think that the person who said the truth is negative and have bad energy. It really depends on the person who perceive it,
Yeah.
that how far they have understanding about it. You
Yeah.
cannot force that.
Yeah.
And but some people does giving negative talk, like for example, okay, for example, I see like something that you need to fix, for example, like Chito, I think the way you uh, interviewing me, this is can be grow, can this and this is can be fixed, this can be fixed, and this is what I feel that you need to change a little bit. If you want to change, you can change this, for example, that if you are not good, like I mean like you don't have a big capacity to accept that, you think I will be negative and you think I'm judging you. Well,
Yeah.
I don't do that. I just telling you the truth. But if I say like Chito, you just like you are suck, and what you do is really bad, you know nothing about this, and then you just like you so stupid, excuse my word, and you just don't know anything, and then you just were oh, okay, I don't know.
No, but this is a really good example. So if we got that
And
to
that is
us,
negative.
right? Even though
Yeah.
it's negative, and then we can actually like asking, right? Like, okay, well, what kind of bad is this? How can I fix myself? So if we respond with that, so actually the negative will,
Can change as well.
because
It's
from
really
your,
depend. It's
because
really depend.
from your talk about bad and good is really something that I see is really nice. I mean, like the bad and good judgment of people is actually their accumulation of life experiences.
Yeah.
So
The
actually,
wisdom.
like, yeah, and then it coming to their wisdom. So if they can see a greater good, so actually they will find a good or bad, the good or bad. We're still going that way, but actually by having the wisdom, it's actually the accumulation of life is getting them like not to just respond, just react to other things that they come to their life, and then they can like stop in a minute, and then they can really observe, and then they can really do after that.
Yes. And depend, yeah. Some people does really negative to other people. As
Yeah.
in like they judging, like we judging people as in like, oh, I think you just doing this. I think you just fake or something like that.
Yeah.
And to
Because,
put people down, like some people does wanted to putting people
but
down.
there's also an emotion that they try to present on the
Yeah,
words, right?
it's
Like the
their
hatred.
emotion,
Yeah.
their own negativity. But if they said this to people, it's really depend again to these people wisdom. but that's really negative, and it
Yeah.
actually could affect other people. For example, just small thing, and this is done by my son, for example. Yeah, so we were walk in the in we were in the in Vietnam, and it was very hot. It's very hot, and everyone can't handle it. And we walked with his friends, and then he kept on like this.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is so hot. It's just so hot. It's negative actually. So hot. Can we just go home and everything like this? Why we are like this? It's complaining. It's negative.
Like a bad vibration into ourselves.
Yeah, and then all this, and I said like, can you just stop, because everybody feeling the same like you, and everybody have uneasy, and if you keep going, we all feeling like you make like you putting more burden on everybody, because we
Yeah.
are in the group.
Yeah, yeah. Because we put the vibration into that kind
Yeah,
of vibration.
unless if you want to complain, you walk alone,
Yeah, yeah.
complaining by yourself.
Yeah, so the
But
feeling
if
of
we work
unpleasant is
together and we are in the same situation, don't complain and don't blame people all the time at a time, because everybody experience the same thing, and
Yeah.
everybody try to cope with themselves, and then you complaining, you give the burden to other people.
putting
And
a nutrition into that thing.
yeah, and then while at the time, yeah, okay, it's depend on other people wisdom, for example. Then you can accept it, or you cannot. Okay, you can see it. Oh, he's a
Yeah.
child and he's a little kid,
Yeah.
and shouldn't. He's just okay. No, it's not okay. Yeah,
Mm.
and I need to tell him like this is not okay to do. So this is honesty. This is not okay to do, and we don't accept it. You need to like respect other people's space as well.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
everyone is getting through the same experience, but it's not only you at that moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's negative. Does it make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is really like if I try to compare it on on the way I perceive something, it's like when we got like a situation and then we feel like this is like we're taking your son as an example, that we feel hot and then we feel unpleasant, and then we have an emotion because we feel unpleasant, and then we have an emotion about something that like a bad things like anger, or maybe just sad, and then it coming the action getting out from
The
him.
reaction.
Yeah, the reaction that getting out from him is the negative talk.
Yeah. So like this, I trace back a little bit like this. Emotion. Nah, emotion is not negative or positive. It's the way you react to emotion is defined as negative or positive.
Yeah. So the output of the reaction is
Yes.
becoming the like the bad or the good, like the negative
The
or
negative or
positive.
positive. So it's not the emotion itself.
Yeah.
The emotion feel pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral.
Yeah, the feeling, you mean?
The
Yeah, yeah.
feeling of the emotions
Yeah.
is pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral.
Yeah, yeah.
But the reaction, and there's no negative emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no negative emotion.
So based on his feeling when he get like a hot, so he feel unpleasant,
Unpleasant.
and then he
The output
output
is negative.
is negative. When actually you can also, even though this is unpleasant
Unpleasant.
things that come into your life, and then you can still make it like a positive.
Yeah, you can say,
Or
Mama, I feel so hot. Can we sit somewhere, please?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I cannot handle this hot, this heat. Can we just sit somewhere, or like drinking somewhere, or like I cannot handle this anymore.
Okay, so at least he said something, so we know how to find the solution
Yeah.
for him. So it's
Instead
like
of like, oh, why we just this, and then this is hot, and start blaming people and all that.
so it's not confirming then affirming, but it's actually communicating.
Yeah,
So we can
communicating.
find the real deal solution.
Yeah.
Uh,
And also sometimes because what I found by what I found, mostly people sometimes blaming people reaction as well, but they don't see the way they act.
yeah,
Yeah. So when I say something to you, oh Chito, you just like this, and when you react something like, why you react like that? Oh, you so reactive. And many people, like this is happening to so many people, like, oh, I just say this, and this person react like this. So you blame people the way you react without taking responsibility of your own action.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is, you need to be careful because it's not vulnerable.
Yeah. This
It's
is like
not honest.
like a self-protection,
Yeah.
like self.
And that's not honest
selfish.
at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
It's not honest, and
Yeah.
then it's not genuine, because you just blame people. So we need to take responsibility of our
Yeah.
action and reaction.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is about that. That's why it's connected to mindfulness.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
we need to know, okay, I act like this, that's why I receive this reaction, and do and yes, this reaction is depend on their journey, but also true, I might trigger
Yeah.
that reaction, I might hurt them, I might also putting more trauma in them, so I can say sorry as well.
Yeah.
Even though at that time I'm sharing my genuine feeling. Yeah. So I can say, oh, sorry, Cheto, if I made a mistake when I say that, maybe trigger something from you, but this is genuinely what I feel. So this is like being genuine, plus taking a responsibility, plus respect and appreciate you, respect and appreciate your feeling. Like self-love is not only like I respect. It's not like this. I respect and appreciate my feeling, and I take responsibility to throw it on you. But I also respect that you have a feeling. Do you have your reaction? Maybe hurt me as well. I might hurt as well, and then we can discuss. This is the communication is arise, and
Okay.
sometimes we need to agree to disagree.
Yeah, I mean that is the way of communication.
Yeah, and to find the truth. Because sometimes people avoid argumentation because they think argument is drama.
Yeah, yeah.
But
yeah,
actually
yeah.
not drama. It's if you're afraid of drama, you pleasing.
Yeah.
And so when you pleasing, you fear of argument, you fear of communication because you want to avoid it. And you suppress that, and it's only postpone the drama to the bigger drama.
Yeah.
But the argumentation, a little communication, is creating a little argumentation, just agree to disagree to find the truth. So we don't live with or for we don't live with expectation, or we don't leave people with the expectation as well.
Yeah, yeah. Because also for maybe, I mean, like for this establishment, it's easier to point finger at people rather than to self-reflect about the things that we actually done.
Yeah. It's really like, okay, I'm genuine, I love myself, I'm listening to myself because they do this to me.
No, there is a love for the love that is really like I love my love and then I love myself. Like
Yeah,
no,
it's not like that.
It's not like that.
When you still like pointing finger to people, then you not love yourself.
Yeah.
Because you are not allowing yourself to really take responsibility, fully responsible to what happening to you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We try to fix it from outside. Yes. Because we want to feel something. We want to feel pleasant. We want just to feel something. So we just do it for the sake of ourselves, and that is still selfish, not selflessness.
Yeah, we still want to be right.
Yeah, yeah. There is like an urge for people to be right, so they try to act on a certain way, so they get what they want. So it's still what they want. Yeah. Okay, so it's really just like here, but not going here, but still a lot of things there. Okay.
Yeah, because vulnerability is not weak; it's a strength. Like it's make you strong. When you allowing yourself to be who you are and really like embracing what happened and really clear with it and very firm, make you really strong.
Yeah.
And you're not hiding anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're not hiding, it's hard for people to find something to judge you because you're just transparent.
Yeah, like Bruce Lee says, be water.
Yeah. And then also because of that, it's creating a filter, and people who stay with you and then be around you, those who are really love you for whoever you are.
Yeah.
And those who don't love you for whoever you are, or they wanted something from you, they're not going to be around you. It's actually a really great filter. The problem is when I don't feel like we are connected, but I feel like, okay, Cheto, know this, and I can get the value, like something from Cheto, and I allowing myself to compromise too much with you to be able to close to you. And then my expectation like that, when we are apart, you are somewhere and then I will be really disappointed. So it's not vulnerable at all. And because
Controlling still.
because when you are vulnerable, you are letting go as well. So you are ready to lose, to not connected to people that you expected to connect anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are ready to lose people around you that just not in the same vibration anymore.
Yeah. So by becoming mindful, and then we can love ourselves. It's like taking something and then like until we found ourselves, and then we know which is which.
Until the water is clear, and
Yeah.
you don't need to do anything because it's automatically happen. You don't need to worry people will betray you. You don't need to worry people will do bad thing to you. It's just gonna be like that. When they do bad thing to you, they do bad thing, and you clear with that. So you check yourself. Okay, why I still have this situation? So you check yourself. Okay, I still here.
Yeah, and that is actually the nice word to say from you. I mean, like for some people, they're still like, no, this is no, this is no. They're still trying to control something. But on the other side is actually, well, why do I feel this?
Yeah.
Like to understand ourselves rather than going out and then try to.
Yeah. Why I still receive betrayal, for example, is maybe I betrayed myself. Why I still have this around, for example, some people that trigger me, like last time happened big thing, like in our market. So I'm checking myself, right? I said, like, okay, this is my wound about masculinity.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
my wound about patriarchy.
Yeah.
And then I work on this.
Yeah.
Instead of like, okay, I'm blaming them already. Yes, they did something not really good.
Yeah.
But then I ask myself, why did I still receiving this situation? So I checking myself, maybe something in me that actually we projecting each other. So I say, okay, this is my patriarchy wounds that I need to actually work on it.
Okay. Okay. So we really need to have that guide from you to rather go inside rather than go outside.
Yeah, slowly. We are human being. I'm also when certain thing happen, and sometimes when in a really quick thing, better to be quiet. But sometimes when the situation, maybe you are sick or something like that, you get triggered, and you need to, when you realize, you need to stop right away. Sometimes you lost it and it's okay. You need to stop right away when you realize you lost it.
Yeah.
Don't continue.
That action also is a start to not to judge ourselves.
Yeah. Do not like, why you do that? No, it's okay. Like, yeah, I did that. I made a mistake. I lost it, but it's okay. I can fix it from this. Means that, okay, I still trigger by this, so next time I should be better.
Yeah. Like understanding the circumstances, and then understanding ourselves, like what happened inside ourselves, and how we react upon that things is actually one of the things. So based on that, actually vulnerability is like a wow. I mean, like a wow. So having a vulnerability is not only having mindfulness, but also having the art of letting go. Like gentleness. We have openness, selflessness itself, flexible,
strength.
So this is like a like a different world of vulnerability. Okay. So we got vulnerability today, and then no, I got stuck. What do I need to ask?
Katanya mau nanya empath.
Oh iya, no, I remember.
Udah bingung dia.
because it's like a lot of information that is actually
Yeah.
like this. It's just actually it's like a shifting of the perspective of seeing vulnerability
Yeah. If
from
you see
inside
me
out.
like, okay, like this, if you see me daily, I'm just so like normal, right? Like a human being.
Okay.
I mean, like I'm a human being. I mean,
Yeah.
like so normal as in front of people. Why she's just like not really like a certain person.
Mm.
It's my vulnerability.
Mm.
I just be myself.
Yeah, when you have a chance, you just be yourself.
Yeah. When you have a chance.
I mean, like when you have a chance, so you don't need to talk with people. You don't need to what. So you
Yeah,
just
I
be
just
yourself.
be like I always be myself daily and everything, and then that's my vulnerability, and I share like, okay, my situation is like this,
Mm.
and it's not that, oh, I'm like this. No, it's just like this is who I am, and this is what you see, and the act of vulnerability is every day.
Yeah, yeah. We have to like train it every day.
Yeah, it's the act is like just being like who you are, being genuine to people is every day. Your situation, like what I when I share, like, you know what, actually I don't have much now, and but this is act of vulnerability.
Mm.
Like, I can be quiet. I don't to look strong. I can be just quiet. I don't share to you guys that I don't have much to share. I mean, materialistic. I can just be quiet so you still respect me, you see me something else. But no, I don't. I said, like, this is my situation. You want to work with me or not? Let's go. So that's act of vulnerability.
Hmm. Okay.
Just being very clear so you know my situation,
Yeah.
and then I don't have to think too much.
Yeah, because like there is a lot of thing happening when we are trying to be vulnerable. The problem is like the mind itself.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like, oh, how if people don't respect me,
yeah.
how if they leave me, how if they see me as like someone like maybe nothing, or how if they will judge me, how if they, so many things.
Hmm.
And the act of vulnerability is like, I share to you, it's up to you, so I give it to you to decide,
Hmm. Okay.
and I need to be ready if you guys say goodbye.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Like,
that is
there's
the
a risk
whole.
of it, for example.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There is the whole stretch of in and out and
Yeah,
everything.
it's really depend on the people, right?
Yeah, yeah.
To This is actually projecting each other, receiving and giving,
Hmm.
and then yeah, that's why my act of vulnerability is every day, and for me that's easier because you just need to be honest. You don't need to think too much. If you are honest, you don't need to think too much.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
and you don't need to remember anything because you're just there.
Yeah.
Like,
It's quite easy, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Easy way to live your life. It's quite simple.
yeah,
Yeah. It's just hard because you're not used to it.
yeah, yeah. Because we used to look strong, and we used
Yeah.
to like,
But when you see me sharing my weakness or my lackness, do you see I'm not strong? Do you see I'm weak? No, right?
no. I mean, like it's
Yeah.
just you.
Yeah.
Like as simple as that. Actually,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
When people see, they don't need to put everything into their mind, and they just need to see,
Yeah.
and then they can see.
So that's vulnerability. It's quite strong actually. You're still strong, whoever. You're not gonna lose anything. You're not gonna lose your strengths. It's just maybe the scary thing is like what I share. I might lose people, but it's better rather than I stuck in something that really killing me one day.
Yeah.
So we need to choose that. And sometimes we're afraid to be vulnerable because we're afraid to lose something. And remember, we never lose something because when we let go something, we gain something.
Yeah.
We have a space, we have more space to receive actually.
So vulnerability is not an act of fear,
Mm.
right?
It's fearless.
Yeah. Okay, so on the other side, then vulnerability. Now, because you remind me, then I can really see about an empath.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is a lot of posts about empath when they are feeling so sensitive. They can feel what is happening with the energy. They can feel what is happening with the world. They can feel with people around them.
Mm-hmm.
But 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 after that, for some people, they tend to they tend to
Feel superior,
feel superior, and then like
being a
they,
victim.
yeah, also by becoming superior but becoming victim on the same side. It's like
Yeah,
nonsense.
yeah, feeling like superior as in they have the gift,
Yeah, like energy base or what.
yeah, energy, like gift to feel and to be sensitive, and at the same time being a victim. So because of the world, what happened in the world,
Yeah,
because of like people, many negative people around them, or because of an act of human being, that they feel this burden.
yeah.
Yeah, what do you want to ask
So actually
me?
about that kind of empath. So actually, what is an empath? So if an empath is only doing that, which is actually they didn't love themselves. Right. I mean,
Yeah.
like from all the talks, I can just say like they don't love themselves because
Yeah.
they just want what they want.
Mm, I'm confused with what they want.
So it's like,
They just think from what they think.
mm, yeah, like their own perspective.
Yeah, their own
So
perspective.
so I'm superior, but if you're near me, I can feel bad. So I'm the victim now. But actually, that's not what
If
happened.
you say to people they are superior, they will refuse that. Yeah, because they feel a victim. So they don't feel like they are superior because they are victim.
But the
But
subconscious is
yeah,
like
but
doing
actually
that.
superior because, oh, I'm a victim of this, and that's why I cannot be close to you or something like that.
Yes.
But this is like this. Empath is a gift, yeah. It's
Yeah.
a really beautiful gift for people to receive, as in connection, sensitivity, energetically, mentally, psychologically, and then this is for them to actually knowing themselves more, knowing what they need more, and then to embrace other people. It seems like the self-love, and with this gift they can have a big capacity. They have a big capacity to help more people because they could feel it.
Yeah.
But when you are not strong in yourself yet, then you can be affected by others
Mm.
energy, because same like this, when we think that we are light, and then if there is a farm fire, and then we think that we observe the negative energy, and we dim our light, right, when
Mm.
there's a farm fire. But if your light is like the sun, the farm fire afraid of you.
Yeah, they burn to dust. Based on
Yeah,
the movie, I
that's
mean.
actually, this is what actually I see many people like, okay, they are negative, they're so negative, and because I'm sensitive, I became dim my light, and then I became a like I became low, and I became bad because of this person. But if you really the real light,
You don't you can share the light.
you can share the light,
You can light them up.
because the vampire will afraid of you or will come to you to find the light. This
Yeah.
is the example.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we cannot judge people. For example, I come to the restaurant, and then some people maybe have a uneasy, unpleasant energy, and I felt it. And when I see that, when I feel that, it doesn't mean that they are negative. Maybe they're having a bad day.
Mm.
We are human being. Maybe sometimes we're having a bad day. Maybe sometimes we worried about something, and we're not always in a good condition.
Yeah.
And when we are not in a good condition, maybe people perceive it and receive our energy as negative.
Mm.
And same like us as an empath, we are negative as well sometimes.
Yeah.
Because we are human being, we're not always good just because we are sensitive. So you are good always, and you are right always. It's not like that. It's not work like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have up and down.
Yeah. It's not a linear world, but it's
Yeah,
really a.
it's always like that. So when we feel something is not matched with our energy, just be quiet and stay still there if you want to,
Mm.
or leave if you don't like to.
Yeah.
If he's not comfortable with that, you can leave. Don't judge people.
Yeah.
And also, when you put like a white light to cover you, to protect you from that person, you put your judgment there. You judging them, that will affect you negatively. Actually, not. By you putting the white light to protect yourself from that person, you actually invite those energy to come in into you.
Okay.
With your thoughts, with your emotions, with your judgment, with the light that you put to protect you from that person, you're actually inviting that energy to come in into you.
Because that is also fear-based.
Yeah. And if you really need to protect yourself, don't protect yourself from those people. But please gain your strength inside. You can actually ask the lights within you to come up, to actually
Enlighten.
make creating a safe space for yourself, to be with yourself at that moment and to connect with people.
Okay.
So you don't judge anyone. It's come back to yourself again. So those energy might not come to you. They might the one who leave.
Yeah, because they don't feel comfort there also actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because actually there's
Yeah.
like a.
If you starting judging, so that energy try to actually, what is that? I want to know. So it's not protective actually.
Yeah, it's just like a sign. Hello, I'm here.
Yeah.
Can you come to me
Yeah.
or what? You can do whatever you want.
This is be careful about it. So use your energy as an empath to gain your strength within you, and to raise your ability to support and to be in the humanity, to support and to serve humanity.
Yeah.
That's what empath's for, and which is really beautiful, and really really good and really beautiful. And just because you're sensitive and you know what people think doesn't mean that you're better than others. No.
Yeah. Because everyone just know what they know.
Yeah.
And everyone is their own clairvoyant. Okay, this is really nice from you. Okay, so we have covered about vulnerability and also an empath. I think this morning is really a wise morning because bad and good is an accumulation of experiences.
Yeah.
And also by having that, we have to have wisdom to live better. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for the day. I think I will try to find another question for you again. But actually, it's really nice. Thank you
Terima
very
kasih
much.
banyak.
Thank you.